Check out day 8 of my 11-day Ha Giang Loop dirt bike touring adventure. On day 8, I ride from my homestay hotel in Ha Giang to my hotel in Meo Vac. It was an adventurous day, starting with a stop at the often talked about Ha Giang police checkpoint and ending with an hour-and-a-half adventure looking for the route to my hotel due to some miscommunication with my tour guide.
Mouse Restaurant also has this nice area out here. Looks like there's going to be a wedding here.
I left my homestay in Ha Giang asking myself yet again, what is a homestay? I'm beginning to think staying in homestays in Vietnam became popular at some point in the past, so all accommodations started calling themselves homestays. I was very happy with my hotel in Ha Giang and will probably book the same place when I go back again, but it is definitely a hotel and not a homestay. The other question I have is why wasn't anyone else getting dinner there? I saw a few other rooms with people in them. Do they go out to dinner somewhere else? Am I missing something? If you have any insight, please let me know.
Leaving the hotel about 8 a.m.
I am Flip Flop Navigator, here to share my travel and adventures with you. We will go wherever my flip-flops take us, preferably to the less known, off the beaten path places, living by the motto, the destination is the journey. I hope you enjoy my adventures and maybe, just maybe, they will inspire you to head out on an adventure of your own.
This is a beautiful new road. I'm about 10 kilometers outside of Ha Giang City on the Ha Giang Loop. I passed one police checkpoint, but they were just setting up. There's the Ha Giang sign. Can I get a picture out there? That's looking back down at Ha Giang where I just came from, heading into the mountains. I'm about 30 kilometers away from where I started. Way up here in the hills. Much steeper mountains than I've traveled before today, I think. Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from USA.
USA?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
They checked my international license and I have a cycle endorsement on there. Then they asked me where I was from and I said USA. From what I have read, the USA and Australia do not have an agreement with the Vietnam, so they don't honor our international licenses. Don't believe everything you read because they honored mine this time and sent me on down the road.
Very steep and we have switchbacks. Ha Giang, this is what we're here for. Look at those tall mountains, North Vietnam, next to the border to China. They don't need any kind of barrier, those mountains are it. I was just right up there on that hill, heading down. Look at those hills, that's very unique, I haven't seen that yet. Two other guys on dirt bikes up here. This guy's carrying baked food. Look how heavy that's gotta be. To the right. To the mountains I go. not a bad view. River, I was just on mountains. This is what I found around the next corner. Fields and fields and fields. I don't know if they're rice or what that is, but it's green, it's nice. This right here could easily be the mountains of Japan. Take bikes, it must be a school. Check out this river coming out of the mountain and then running down. Looks like it goes back into the mountain down there. So cool. Coming out of a cave. For electricians out there, they need to make a electrical connection, waterproof. Put it inside a water bottle. They're laying everywhere. I don't know if it's the Japanese government, I don't know if it's the Vietnamese government, or the Chinese, or the Americans, the Australians, or who it is that's funding infrastructure in Vietnam, but I can assure them that their money is being used for infrastructure. All of Vietnam is under construction. Flip-flop navigator here, filming from the moon. They're still working on the guardrails here. Haven't quite got to putting the guardrails in yet. Look at this little path. All the way down to their house. If this flip-flop navigator video makes you want to get off the couch, get in a plane, come to Vietnam and ride a motorcycle around the Ha Giang Loop, please like, subscribe, share. You could be on that mountain right there. Please leave a comment. I read all the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Hello. The back, so I'm assuming it's closed. Moving it down. So my first stop on this trip is right up here. I'm not sure what it is though. It's Meo Vac. And then I have another 16 kilometers from here. Maybe it's something they want me to see.
At this time, I didn't realize my hotel was here in Meo Vac, and the next 16 kilometers on my GPS was an out-and-back trip to see the mountains on that road.
I've arrived in Meo Vac. 16 kilometers to my hotel, and I probably won't be eating for 5 or 6 hours, so I'm going to get some food here to take. Probably a banh mi.
In fact, my hotel for the night ended up being the green hotel to my left.
Look at that little tiny road that goes down the hill. Look at that blue water surrounded by mountains. I wonder if I can go down there and take a boat tour. I'm not sure where I'm staying. Homestay. Guess I'm getting close.
My GPS track ended on the road with no buildings around, so I did a couple U-turns trying to find my hotel.
Cool. Look at the homestay. My map ended on the top of a mountain, so I found the map for tomorrow, and then I found my location and the start location for tomorrow, and I'm heading there, so I think I'm good.
I found a place on the mountain road where I had a cell signal, then looked for my hotel name and found it about 5 kilometers away in the next town. When I tried to check in, they couldn't find my reservation, so I showed them my hotel list I got from the tour company.
Right here. Oh, cool.
No, Meo Vac, Đồng Văn, yeah, Đồng Văn.
What?
Meo Vac.
Not here?
Hotel Town Meo Vac. Yeah, Meo Vac, Hoa Cương Meo Vac.
Where?
Đông Văn. In Đông Văn. About 22 kilometers.
I used the hotel's Wi-Fi to call the tour company and talk to the guide. He explained that my hotel was back in Meo Vac, and the 16 kilometers past Meo Vac that ended in the middle of nowhere on the mountain road was the turnaround point. I headed back 22 kilometers to Meo Vac to check into my hotel. When all was said and done, I rode 175 kilometers for the day and was ready to check in, get some food, and relax a bit. Stay tuned for day 9 when I ride from Meo Vac to Bangioc Waterfalls with a stomach virus and almost no sleep.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate.